Hey, what's going on? Yeah, you read the headline correctly. I am proud to say that I don't pay federal income taxes. And it is a beautiful thing. Now, before you get up on your high horse and you start lecturing me about how I'm, not taking care of the roads, or that maybe I'm doing something that's illegal, or that I should be, happy to pay my fair share, I want you to put things in perspective for just a little second. I'm a small guy, but Amazon profited over $11 billion last year, and they didn't pay a dime in federal income tax either. And they can get away with doing that because tax avoidance isn't illegal. According to Wikipedia, tax avoidance is the legal usage of a tax regime in a single territory to one's own advantage to reduce the amount of tax that is payable by means that are within the law. So the key point is being in the law. So even though, in other words, even though tax avoidance and tax evasion are often used in place of each other, they are completely different and totally different things. And the really cool thing for us is that there will always be countries and territories in the world that realize there are better ways to improve the economy than choking out their citizens for income tax. I mean, look just for a second, Puerto Rico, for example. Puerto Rico was just ravished by this terrible hurricane. But even before that, their economy was in shambles by the drop in sugar prices. Sugar being their biggest export up till then. But Puerto Rico was smart enough to see that if they wanted to dig their economy out of that toilet, they needed smart people and they needed to get some money. So in that wisdom, they decided that 4% of something was better than 35% of nothing, and they introduced what was called Act 22, which is the Individual Investors Act. Since then, wealthy people like, Peter Schiff and Brendan Bouchard and Mike Maloney from Rich Dad Poor Dad, and thousands of other investors and business owners have been flocking to Puerto Rico just to hack their tax bills. And Puerto Rico doesn't complain because those people are spending money, they're improving their economy and making things better. And they're essentially helping to put that island back together again. Now, Puerto Rico is really only one example of a country that's attracting people by reducing or even eliminating the tax burden that they have by going there. And those strategies are no longer reserved for the ultra-rich. For example, there's many countries in South America that has what's called a territorial tax system. That means that taxes are only paid when income is actually generated within the borders of those territories. And they do this because they realize that when businesses and entrepreneurs base their businesses there, they're helping their local economies, and they're doing much more than they would be if they were soaking those business for excessive tax. And the other thing the tax-friendly countries know is that if you soak your citizens for those taxes, all the smart ones and the ones who can actually move the needle forward on the economy are going to leave and find other places. Just like they're doing right now in droves from places like the Canada, US, and other high tax locations. Now in future videos, I'm going to talk more about the strategies that it takes for actually reducing and eliminating your tax hit by using these countries. But today I'm telling you that why, as a business owner, your primary responsibility is to lower your tax bill as much as you can, and even if possible, eliminate it together. It's because I believe that you're a better judge of how your money should be used to make an impact on the world than some career politician. And because when people, and especially entrepreneurs, have more money, they have more cash to drive the economy in a positive direction. And that, my friend, is why entrepreneurs, businesses, and the rich have been granted these international strategies for avoiding taxes, really for centuries. Because the facts that everybody know are simple, even though they don't tell you. When people have more money, they spend more money, they can donate more money, and most importantly, they can do more good in the world with that money. Now, since you stuck around this far and you didn't click the back button and discuss when you saw what I thought about taxes, I know the idea has to be resonating with you. There's some people out there who get their bees all up in this bonnet thinking that that somehow giving 50% of their hard-earned money back to the government is, patriotic. But just imagine for the second how much good you could do to the world if you had 50% more of your income to do it with. I mean, would you donate more to your church or to your favorite charity? Would you grow your business faster so you can make a bigger impact with your business? Or would you spend more time, with your family? Because face it, I mean, creating stronger bonds with your family is going to, in turn, improve the world all on its own. The choice is yours. You can continue giving 50%, or you can decide to make a positive impact and reduce your tax burden by using perfectly legal tax strategies to improve the world and your life.